So we'll just take a couple questions. I'll just kick it off. It's great to, as an alum of the public health school there, I'm very proud to see this program progress over a 10-year period. But I'm curious, now that 10 years have passed, have you been able to evaluate how the source has been able to actually translate the experience happening for students into the actual community and into their work life? And how are you evaluating your program? What are you seeing as the outcomes?
Yeah, sure. So are you talking about impact on the community partners that we're working with?
Probably both community partners as
Or
well as
impact
for your
on the
students, for the students themselves as they move on to their careers. So.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's something that we haven't done in the past, but we're actually kind of now this year starting to work out our alumni engagement activities. And so we will actually be creating some surveys to send out to alumni. I mean, the truth is we just started kind of compiling all of the information of all of the alumni that had worked with Source in the last 10 years, and we'll start reaching out to those. I mean, currently the information we have is anecdotal. We started sending a newsletter out. We've sent out 2 this year, and then we actually got a random donation from Seattle from an alum who I think they graduated in 2009, talking about how Source impacted them. And so we're gathering that there are a lot more stories out there, but we haven't actually done a lot of work to try to engage them yet, but that's in the works.
Great. We have a question here.
So thank you for that presentation. And I guess piggybacking a little bit on some of what Bianca was saying in terms of the community involvement, I like that you're partnering with the community to help think about the needs. And I guess how do you triage that in terms of where you're placing the students and getting the feedback from the community as to how that process is going, so that it's two-way kind of experiential learning, if you will?
Right. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily triaging, because it's not like they come to us with, sometimes they're extremely urgent needs, but typically they're more, we have this project idea. What do you think? So really, we do it in numerous ways. One way we try to so we have programming that we need to recruit projects for. And so what we do is we send out regular emails to our community partners that say, we have this course coming up. If you're interested or have a project related to this, let us know. But one of the best ways for us to do it, because we actually know all of these organizations pretty well. We're a pretty small staff. We're actually 4 full-time people. But we've kind of we've broken it up so that we're kind of the main contact with a certain number of organizations, and so. If I know that we have a project coming up, I'll reach out to the organizations that that I think might have this need. I also, one thing that we also do is in our regular conversations with community partners is we just listen. I kind of check in with our organizations on an ongoing basis. If I haven't heard from somebody in a while, or if I feel like it's time to catch up, I'll give them a call and we'll have a conversation about what they're, how we might help. I think sometimes they don't always know that we have students that actually could work with them on a specific project. And so it's really just asking the right questions and finding out where we might be able to fit in there. Because I've had conversations recently about another we have a course called the Baltimore Community Practicum, where we have placed students in an organization for a 16-week internship. And so if it doesn't fit for that, what I'll do is I'll make note of it and try to fit it into one of our other courses or projects. So I guess I've never felt like we're necessarily triaging. We really try to work with whatever they need, and it might not be something that we can fulfill immediately. Because, we always have a newsletter, so they can always advertise something in our weekly newsletter, but it's less likely that they're going to place a student through that than through one of our courses or ongoing projects. So I think we also kind of play this intermediary of explaining how the academic year works to our community-based organizations, and also explaining to our academic community on how, it works in the nonprofit world. So in some ways it's just a lot of communication, a lot of relationship building that just never stops.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. So unfortunately, we have to come to the end of our session here, even though I'm sure we could discuss this more. So I hope we can have access to you afterwards somehow through your contact information up there.
Sure.
So thank you so much for taking the time.